Hello there, all. I hope all is well with you guys. Let's get right into it. This is the CyberSec Initiative Zone. We're back at it with another, um, you know, cybersecurity content for you guys today, or IT content. Here we go. We have a pretty good activity here out of the Google Cybersecurity Certificate Program. This is the file right here that we're going to be, or the activity right here that we're looking at. We are going to be performing a query with Chronicle. What we're going to be doing is that we're going to use Chronicle, a cloud-native tool, to investigate a security incident involving phishing and answer a series of questions. So we're going to use SIM tools like Chronicle to provide platform for collecting, analyzing, and reporting on data from different data sources. So as a SOC analyst, we are going to use SIM tools to identify and respond to security incidents. So this is our scenario. We're a security analyst at a financial services company, and what we do right here is that we received an alert from an employee that said that a phishing email got sent through our inbox. We review the alert and identify a suspicious domain contained in the email's body for signin.office365x24.com. So we need to determine whether any other employees have received phishing emails in this domain, whether they have been visiting the domain. So right here, we have Chronicle open. I have it right here. So on the Chronicle homepage, you find the current date and time, number of log entries. There are already a significant number of log events ingested into the Chronicle instance. So right here, we have to perform a search. So in the search bar, we're going to take this code right here, or this line of writing. I'm going to put it in, and boom, I'm going to search it. And yeah, this is exactly what I want. So has everything what we need right here. This is our VT context. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This actually looks just like Nessus in a way, but the difference is that Chronicle is actually more broad and more detailed, depending on what you are looking for. Like obviously, Nessus is a lot more different because Nessus is focusing more on vulnerability scannings, but that's further from this topic. I'll probably do Nessus, someday, and I'll have that posted for the channel. So we click search under domains. It will be listed. This tells you that the domain exists in the ingested area. We click sign on .365 to complete the search. Now we have to go to legacy view to use the original Chronicle interface. So where do we go from here? Where is legacy view? Uh, Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. My apologies. Yeah. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on. Alright, I found it. So, legacy views right here. We updated some search views. Go to legacy view for old views. So, yeah, this is what we need to see. So, after we click on that, these instructions are to be updated for the new Chronicle interface. Got it. So, after performing a domain search, you will be in the domain view. Evaluate the search results to observe the following. VT context, this shows your virus total information available for the domain. Who is, this is just a section of a summary of information of the domains using Who is, a free publicly available directory that includes information about registered domain names, such as name and contact information, and the domain owner. In cybersecurity, this information is helpful in assessing a domain's reputation and determining the origin of malicious sites. Prevalence. This section provides a graph which outlines the historical prevalence of the domain. This is helpful when you need to determine whether the domain has been accessed previously. Usually, less prevalent domains may indicate a greater threat. Resolved IPs. This insight card provides additional context about the domain, such as IP addresses that map to the signin.office.365-24.com, which is 40.100. Okay, yeah, this is just like the IP. Click on this IP, we'll run a new search for the IP address. So, okay, so yeah, clicking on this IP will. Oh, okay, I think I see it right here. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Um, yeah, so this is exactly what we need. So let's see. Yep, we have it right here. Click on this IP. We'll run a new search. All right, yeah, this is just giving us like the certain details of like what we're seeing. So let me click on this. I'm going to just take a look at what I want to see here. Um, yeah, this is just giving me. basic information of the IP address. But it is showing that out of this search, that the data that you see here is all prevalent depending on what you were, going for. But it tells you that the country of where it originated from, which is GB, most likely Great Britain or the UK, and then it shows the subnet range, the registrar, RIPE, NCC, and then the time of when it happened a year ago, and then Microsoft Corp, MSN as blocks. So that's probably let the AS name or let the device, configuration name of like where that particular IP routed from. But let me just go back to the other one that I was trying to look for, and this is the sign-in.office.365 section. So right here, I'm just gonna continue reading. This inside card provides additional context for the domain. Sibling domains share a common top or parent domain. For example, here's the sibling domain for login.365. It shares the same top domain as Office, which is the domain you're investigating. Okay, yeah, well, I'm not gonna take a look at that. I just want to go straight into the content. So this is just giving us like basic information, and as you can see here, if I just click open this tab, this is giving us proper information of what we want to see. So this is exactly what we're looking at. This is showing at number one right here. This is our domain for Office .365 domain. And then number two is showing the date of the information. And then number three is like your graph of the prevalence of the activity that was occurred. And then number four was your resolved IPS, intrusion prevention system. And then two was your sibling domains, which is login. That's like another related domain connected to it. And there is your ET intelligence rep list. That's interesting. So this shows everything of what was coming out of this potential vulnerability for your ET intelligence rep list, where it tells you the category, confidence, or confidence and severity, and then it shows up the active, status where it started and ended. So yeah, that's interesting. And then these are like your assets and your distinct assets of showing everything that happened from the time it started where it ended. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So I'm going to close that out, and then we're going to go to step 4. Now that you've retrieved results for the domain name, um, the next step is to determine whether the domain is malicious. So Chronicle provides quick access to threat intelligence data from the search results that you can use to help your investigation. Follow these steps to analyze the threat intelligence and use your incident handler's journal to record interesting data. Yeah, so we're just going to follow up the steps right here. We have to click on the VT context. Alright, so I'm going to click on this, and this is exactly what we want to analyze virus total. There is no virus total about this domain, so yeah, we don't have anything. This is 10 security vendors flag. Okay, got it. So we have some vulnerabilities that are shown out of this particular log data out of the vendor. But let me just go back, and I'm going to you know, just click on this once again, and boom. Yeah, it's basically showing that we do have like phishing and malicious activity coming into the data alone. So this is showing like the last HTTPS certificate within like the log data. So all right, I'm just gonna go back to like the step to analyze. There's no virus information. Okay, so by the top private domain to access. Alright, by top private domain, click office.365 to access the domain view. Okay, so got it. Let me try that again. So I'm going to search. I'm going to put this into the search, and then I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to have that office.365. Yep, sorry about that. So this is our domain, and this is our VT context. So we're going to assess the virus total information. So we have, I want to say, 7 vulnerabilities. So these are our 7 vendors that were flagged. This was 2 months ago. Okay, so Yeah, so let's see what it's asking. It says to assess the domain. In the pop-up, you can observe that one vendor has flagged this domain malicious. Exit the VT window and go back to the domain view for sign-in. Okay, so all right, I'm just gonna back out of this now, and I'm just gonna go back to search, and I'm going to just put this back into the search, and we're going to go back to the domain view. So I'm going to put this right here, and boom, got that. Have that loaded up, and yeah, there we go. So we have to click on the ET Intelligence Rep List Insight card to expand it. Um, yeah, where is ET Intelligence? Where are you? Where are you? I am so sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Alright, I found it. So, all that you would have to do, you just have to switch over to Legacy View to find the ET Intelligence Rep List. So, I have it right here. This is exactly what we need to find. So, once we're right here, we click on this to expand it. Yeah, I'm going to look at the definitions. Okay, yeah, this is just, that's just like a different file expanding everything. So, this is our information that we see here. So we have to investigate it. Information about the events assets relating to the domain are separated into two labs: timeline assets and timeline and assets. Timeline shows the timeline of events that includes when each asset accesses the domain. Asset lists host domains, IP addresses, MAC addresses, or devices that have access the domain. Investigate the affected areas explored by the labs. So assets, these are different types of assets that have access to the domain, along with the date and time of access. Using your incident handler's journal, record the name and the number of assets. So, yeah, right here. Hold on. I'm sorry. We are basically looking at every single asset that we have, and what is being shown here is that we are looking at the information of the malicious activity that we saw, or that we see out of what this Google Chronicle showed us, which is acting as a SIM tool. And it's showing the information of what happened at the time of the incident. So this is going to be shown as a potential severity, even though that it's at a medium level, and it's showing everything that we need to see, which is everything that we need. Which, if I click on this user right here, David, he accessed, hold on. He accessed the files. Hold on, give me 1 second. This is a little bit clunky. So it's just showing everything that happened, the timeline where everything was recorded from January 31st of 2023. And let's see what I can do here. Well, yeah, this is just all like data that's being, you know, put into the search. But I'm not going to take a look at this. I'm going to go back to my assets, and I'm going to look at what I want to see. So we see that we have multiple users on this panel, well, on this assets timeline, and it's showing Roger, Jude, Emil, Coral, Bruce, Monroe, and Ashton. So they have different timeline frameworks of, well, they all logged in and last accessed their username from January 31st into July 9th of 2023. So, yeah, pretty much what we ended up doing, or what we are doing, is that we're just looking at the data of what's being shown out of this potential, um, network HTTP information. So, it says right here, so far you have collected information about the domain's reputation. Uh, Using threat intelligence, you've identified the assets and events associated with the domain. Based on this information, it's clear that the domain is suspicious, most likely malicious, but before you confirm it is malicious, you have to do one thing. Attackers sometimes reuse infrastructure for multiple attacks. In these cases, multiple domain names resolve the same IP address. So, investigate the IP address found under the resolve IP address card to identify. Got it. So, all right, yeah, let's just find that right here. So we're going to click on this IP address 40.100.30, yep, .174.34. Alright, so we click on that, and then on the timeline, take notice of the post request. A new post suggests that an asset may have been phished. So let's see right here. This is gonna give us not enough information. So alright, so we're going to look at what happened from these time frames. So sees that at 2:40 p.m. or 2:40, yeah, 2:40 p.m. Ashton was logged in for 15 minutes, and then Jude was logged in at 2:41 to 2:15. Well, yeah, 2:41, and then Coral Alvarez was logged in at 2:41. Emil Palmer was only logged in for at least a couple seconds. Yeah, so it's only really giving us like a little bit of information, but we don't really see anything that's really showing the issues at hand. So this is just giving us like, I guess, like a brief explanation of what we want to see. So yeah, let's see if we evaluate the search results. Yeah, take note. Okay, let's see what we can do. um yeah, it's saying that the severity is high and the confidence is high. So what we could do is that I'm going to try to see what I can what I can find here. But I think what it's trying to make us do is that we're trying to find suspicious activity, and it's showing that these usernames that we see on the screen are the people that did sign in. But what exactly are we trying to look at? Yeah, so we have to just take the notes and find the information of what we're seeing. But the first question says, according to the available ET intelligence rep list, how is sign-in .office 365 categorized? Let's see. Category is blocked. So that would most likely be what? Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I already got this right and completed. So basically what we are looking for right here within the questions is like, according to the available intelligence risks, how is the sign-in.office.365 operated as? So let me just put this back into the notion of the search, and I will put this up. And once this is put up, I'm going to show the category. So I'm going to go to legacy view, and it shows right here as a drop side for logs and logs or stolen credentials. So we already got that right. Which assets assign access the signin.365 domain. So this is pretty simple. You just look at the data right here, and it shows all the available names that were signed in. So with this answer, I've already put down Emil Palmer, Coral Alvarez, and Roger Spence. So 3 out of the 6 assets were in the domain. So now it's going to be asking, what did the IP address resolve to? Which this is a little bit more difficult, but we're going to just go right here. I'm just going to like research it again just to make it simple. I'm going to go back to legacy. So the domain resolver that was connected in this IP address, well, what the potential incident was 40.100.174, yeah, .174.34. So that is the IP address that was being resolved to signin.office 365 x24.com. So now that we have that completed, I'm going to hit legacy view again, and now it's going to be asking how many post requests were made to the IP address to this particular same address that I mentioned. I put down 3, but I'm going to show you why this happened. So in this timeline right over here, you can go right here, and out of these 3 individuals right here, Emil Palmer, Ashton Davidson, and Warren Morris, if I click on this arrow right here, which is to display the code that I need to see, you go all the way down here and you see that there is a post command shown within this code, if I can find it. hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I found it. So, it basically, in order to find the post method that's shown within these post requests out of IP address 40.100.174.34, this is going to show the suspicious activity that was shown within these users that signed in to this IP address domain. Yeah, so right here, under Ashton Davidson, he had a post command that was displayed out of his account. So that definitely showed that there was malicious activity that could have happened in that particular issue. Now let me head over to this user right here. I think I saw this user have a post command right here. Hold on. I believe, yeah, Emil could have had one. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, I found it. So, yeah, basically, now I figured out where to find let the last two posts commands. But basically, what you do, you have to individually check these asset identifiers within every user's login activity. So you just can't click on one of these boxes and just expect the data to be shown. So the first one was shown right here, where you could see it right here under Ashton's profile posts right here. That was under his secondary attempt. Well, his second record identified information of him locking out, and then same thing with Emil Palmer. He logged out. You could see post right there, and then let me do Warren Morris. Warren Morris was the third one. Yep, right here. Network HTTP method post, and then it's just showing the same login activity for google.login.php, which that is the malicious file website that the activity was being routed back to. Some post requests were made to sign in that 365.24. What was the target IP of the web page that it was being logged back into? It was being thrown into this one. So it was going to sign in.office.365 login.php. Yep, login.php right here, google.com. So, yep, yeah, .365.com. So, yeah, right here. Yeah, it was doing Google, and then this is where the requests were being sent out to. So it was basically being routed back to signinaccounts.google.com, but technically Office 365 out of the first one, if I'm not mistaken. If I could take a look at this again, this is kind of hard to look at, but if you guys want to do your own research, go for it. But basically, what it was doing is that the post requests are being sent to signin.office.com.loginphp. So basically, the requests that these accounts are being compromised for were being sent to that one site alone. So therefore, it was already commencing the target injection. Yep, right here. Sign.office.365 login.php. So that was pretty much at the start of the malicious activity attack that was happening, and then that's where everything basically went downhill from there. Which domains does the IP address resolve to? It resolves to these two domains: signin.office.365 and signin.account.google.com. So let me go back to that, and I'll find that because I literally just saw that right here. Boom, right there. Signinaccounts.google.com, login.thp. So that was the host name of where the information was being sent to. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a pretty well put together lab. I had a lot of fun doing this. So be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry, that was a little bit confusing to do, but definitely do practice on Google Chronicle, or if you want to use Splunk, that's another good one too. But I think Google Chronicle gets the job done, and definitely this will help you understand activity that happens within security framework, whether if it's at a job or anywhere where you may experience a cyber attack, or even without a computer per se. So all right, yeah, be sure to let me know, and I will see you guys later. And yes, stay safe, be free against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Have a great day, and goodbye.